Hello again, squatters. Welcome back to another episode of the Squatter Camp podcast. I want us to dwell deeper into this issue, because I've been asking myself questions. I know this is old news, but I need us to zoom closer to this because I'm connecting the dots here while we are still on Patriotic Alliance. First thing first, Gayton Mckenzie has been arrested. And then he's in a very serious trouble. It is alleged. When the story broke out, actually, let me quickly read this article for you, which everybody might have seen when Kunene was still an MMC and the deputy president of the Patriotic Alliance. When the story broke out, said the city of Johannesburg's MMC for transport, Kunene, insists that he had just arrived at the Sandton home of the alleged mastermind of DJ Sumbody's murder, Gayton Molefe. Kunene has confirmed that he was at Molefe's home when the police arrived to arrest the Sandton-based businessman. You will never know what business he's doing. Please note, on Monday, but he stated that Molefe is not his friend or business associate. You remember that? The deputy president of Patriotic Alliance said he was briefly questioned by police on what he was doing at the scene and allegedly told them that he had accompanied a certain journalist. Now it brings us to the story of journalists being friends with so-called criminals or people who are doing illegal things. You remember the story recently now, the Daily Maverick journalist, investigative journalist, actually, Maybach, who was actually tried by the certain CEO of IDT. I don't know, I'll get that, but you remember the story recently. It's on the news, it's everywhere. When these people, the one is a spokesperson and the other one is a former CEO who has been suspended and whatsoever, they attempted in full view of a camera, attempted to bribe the investigative journalist, Louis Maybach. So you can see that journalists somehow, they really need to be careful because these criminals will ruin their careers. It's easy to lose a career. You can go to school and study for 7 years to become whatever you want to become, doctor, advocate, attorney, whatever. But if you get yourself involved in criminal activities, it is so quick to lose everything. And you get to be deregistered, you get to be struck off the roll whatsoever. Now connecting the dots from this story. He said, Kunene, I was there to take the journalist to go and interview him. So you actually accompany a journalist to interview him. Why are you there? The question is, why are you there? What business are you doing with this man who is reportedly to be a mastermind behind a prominent someone who's a musician, DJ Sumbody? So this whole thing should make sense to you that somehow these people know each other very well. As we continue to read this, he says, you would have seen that my Africa News Global has not been active because since I took office, I have not had the time to focus on it. I have lost some journalists who were working for me. Oh, you had journalists working for you, Kenny. Those who have asked for jobs, I have decided to give it to them. So you can capture the journalist and tell them what to write about you. So are you saying to me, as Kunene, you are running a journalism company, sort of, and you have journalists working for you, so they can't write anything wrong about you? It's guaranteed they can't because they will be too scared to do that. So they are asking for a job from you, and then you decided to give them so they can run it. And obviously, Africa News Global has always focused on exclusive news. That is one of those exclusives where there was an opportunity to interview Mr. Molefe by this young journalist. Kunene spokesperson. Kunene spoke to Broadcaster Newsroom Africa. So this is when this article came first time. And Kenny Kunene denied that he knows this man in the beginning. That's when Twitter investigative journalists, they pulled a file of them, 3 of them, including Gayton Mckenzie, with this man, the 3 of them on the photo. So now you ask yourself, these people actually know each other very well, and they are just playing politics. So if we have politicians who are working directly or who are friends with hardcore criminals or people who are doing illegal things, then where do we stand as citizens? And now, these questions us as citizens, the next time when we vote, should we be voting for political parties like Patriotic Alliance? What do they stand for when they are friends with criminals? If Gayton Mckenzie decide to reinstate Kenny Kunene back into his position, on what basis? On what? Because now they are just buying time so the story can just slip, so they can put it back. I want us to watch this video, the short video of Gayton Mckenzie saying he knows a lot of things. He knows a lot of things, and then when they call him to the commission, he will come and then he will talk about many things. He said we must have a factory of popcorns because he knows quite a lot of things about guns and everything else. So you can imagine, if you know things, you know people who are criminals, why don't you report them to the police?
Mkonazi is blaming the minister, Mkunu, the minister, and them are blaming. So let's get to the truth of it. It's just that people must understand it's frustrating when you want action right now and you want things to happen. But this thing is so delicate that I'm telling you, what is going to come out of that? South Africans must be ready. I'm also going to testify at the commission because I know things. If they call me, I'm going. About these guns in the Western Cape that kills our people. This one is not get your popcorn ready. Go. South Africans must be ready.
Gayton is saying we must be ready. He's saying we must be ready, and he knows things. As a citizen of this country, if you know about a certain criminal cartel and you are as powerful as Gayton Mckenzie, it's a fact that Gayton Mckenzie is powerful, and his words will carry some sort of weight, more than just an average person saying, I saw people selling drugs whatsoever. So if you say you know things, come out. And if you don't come out, you are like Jacob Zuma, who says, one day I will say something one day. Why are you quiet now? For you to be quiet now says a lot. So see something, say something. And if you see something, and say nothing, then it becomes a concern to us as citizens. So you can see that these guys, they have not actually surrendered their prison life. They are living double lives. They are living ordinary lives, and they chose politics deliberately so, because they know with politics you are more influential. You can influence certain decisions. After the election, if you remember, Gayton Mckenzie said he wanted a portfolio into the police. He wanted to be appointed as a police minister. Now I start to ask myself, why, Gayton, did you want to be in that portfolio, to be specific? And he mentioned, by the way, on record that OR Tambo is a #1 crime scene. It's a crime scene. There's drugs, there's whatsoever. But the question remains, why don't you report this if you are a patriotic citizen who wants nothing but... you know, a free and safe society where people can live freely. You know drug dealers, you know drug cartels, you know guns, you know everything, but you still remain quiet. It doesn't help the country, Gayton. And for you to speak like this, and this was just before Kunene was found at KT Molefe's house. So you continue to deny that Kunene knows something, or maybe is kind of aware of certain things that we might not know as ordinary citizens, because he's very close to someone who is allegedly to have been the mastermind in the murder of DJ Sumbody. So if you connect all these dots, people are just bluffing. People are just bluffing. You look at this chap, he's bluffing, and it's either, you know, there's two things. It's either he's bluffing or he's bragging about the criminal life. It's the same as Nkantalax coming to a podcast and saying, I live like a gangster. I know people who are in prison. I know people who are out of prison. I know people who are in parliament. I don't know why people like bragging about such things. In my own understanding, I think it's not on, man, to brag about such. We are fighting crime. We are against crime. And we are affected by crime as South Africans. People are paying a lot of money just for them to stay safe, to be safe in their homes. They pay for security, electric fence, CCTV cameras, everything, just for them to be safe. You can imagine that money, they can maybe employ other people, they can expand, they can start businesses whatsoever. But they chose their safety because it's no longer safe in our country. And someone talking like this, yet his friend later is found to have been in a house of a mastermind, alleged mastermind, by the way, in someone's murder, who's a prominent person. I mean, it's clear that these guys, they still continue to operate with the underworld. I don't know, squatters, how you'll view this, but this is concerning when a minister says something like this. We know that the ANC is a criminal cartel. If you're not a criminal in ANC, you will not survive, because you need to do what they do. And sometimes you need to get your hands dirty so that you can continue being in their good books. You need to be a bad guy. If you're not a bad guy, sorry, you'll not survive in the ANC. The same as Patriotic Alliance. Many things will come out here, but let's wait to see. But this is concerning. If you connect the dots, this is very much concerning. I don't know. Maybe you'll have a different view. I don't know. But I'm just trying to scrutinize this, to say, actually, what is happening there at Patriotic Alliance? What exactly is happening? Maybe I might be wrong. I don't know. Your view. Sharp Squatters. See you next time.